Welcome to Dead End Combos, the podcast without a plan. Today, Vinnie, we have Sean. We're trying a different male for you today to see if it works out. I've heard that you have some Oh, wait. First, I should say Sean is my child brother.
Yes.
We're trying a different male today because Vinnie was upset.
Yeah, he was.
Per Sean.
He felt like it changed the entire dynamic.
To have Elizabeth.
I think
it's
it
like
did.
You don't need to be scared about it. Like, you can just tell me the truth.
I'm not scared about it.
Should we fucking go fight Vinnie?
No.
It does change the dynamic, but that's not the problem.
Do you understand why he thinks, though, that it feels different?
Well, it is different.
Right.
It's not that it feels different. It is literally different. Elizabeth is a 24-year-old girl versus Rob, who is a 75-year-old man.
Well, that's what I think. I think his attachment to the podcast was the
man. So you know what? We better weed out the not real ones right away.
But this might not work because I think that it's not the same thing. Like, I think that the conversations you and Rob are having.
Listen, I'm just going to tell everyone right here. If Rob and I continued on in a fucking podcast together, it was going to end in an all-out brawl at some point. Okay? And Sean even witnessed tonight. Sean asked him to come on with us tonight. We decided to. It's first off, you know what? I skipped ahead because of my anger issues. It's Christmas Eve. Okay? That's why Sean's wearing a Santa hat.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
I don't know exactly when this is coming out.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it might be I don't know.
Oh, I hope it's not way later.
Way
I'm going to look really stupid.
Well, maybe I'll put this one on for Monday. Or, I meant Tuesday. Anyways, yeah, so that's why he has it on. Sean is here for Christmas tomorrow. And what the fuck am I trying to say? So the podcast got brought up. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You asked for Dad, or you asked Dad if he wanted to come on. And what did he say?
Yeah, he said no.
Not even just no.
I didn't really want to come on, and I said that I would sit off screen and that I would watch. But he said that'd be weird. But I think that was his way of saying he didn't want to do it. And then he just said...
He does that every single time.
And then when I asked again, he said he didn't want to do it.
That's why I don't do the
podcast
podcast with him.
It's not that deep of a secret. He just doesn't want to.
Exactly. So...
But why? Why do you think he doesn't want to?
Because he's lazy.
No,
he doesn't listen to this. It doesn't fucking matter. If he's not on, he doesn't listen to it. Listen, I'm fired up. And I'm...
Well, listen, say your piece.
Mic.
Yeah, well, see, but I feel like it's catching on my breathing.
Well, stop breathing.
No,
Who gives a fuck?
Dude,
we breathe. We're people, and sometimes...
I know, but I hate... Have you ever listened to something and you hear a bunch of breathing?
Yeah, I hear mine all the time, but honestly, I'm bigger and I'm struggling, so I don't give a fuck.
No, but like, I don't know. All right, but
fine.
I'll take your word for it, but it feels very close to my mouth. I'm going to pull it a little bit. It's my first time. It's my first time.
But we need to equal out a little.
I definitely feel like I'm in a fucking recording booth. I was when I said fucking, I was about to ask you if you could swear on here. I don't know why, but it feels like a radio thing or something.
No, we don't swear. None of our
feels
sponsors
weird.
will be here for
exactly.
us anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Heineken.
No. I wish. Maybe someday. Maybe next year.
That'd be cool.
Maybe that's a goal for next year.
A Heineken sponsorship?
Or Stella.
Stella's pretty cool.
I like Stella.
Stella's cool.
And honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't even love Stella. I just love their brand.
The bottle?
It's just, I don't know, something cool and vibey about the whole I like Stella.
I feel like, really? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just feel like... that's probably offensive to say that word.
What? What were you gonna say?
I feel like I'm just gonna say it this way. I feel like I'm from Europe when I'm I only drink Stella.
Yeah, it definitely had. But see, that's how all those things, because even I just see it as a hipster beer personally. But maybe
that's
I'm wrong.
kind of what I'm saying.
Okay, why is that offensive?
No, that wasn't the word.
Okay.
That's not offensive.
Yeah.
Cancel.
No, it is.
You're done.
Yeah, I'm out. No, but like, cause a lot of those like fucking even like PBR and like all that shit, like it was like known as just being like whatever, and then it has this like second wind because their brands.
No, PBR is trash though. The taste.
But I'm saying like
trash.
the perception of them, like I feel like they all had one life, and then they.
You know who do you know who made PBR cool again?
Specifically, no.
I think it's your girl Lana Del Rey.
Oh really?
She
Off
goes
that?
Pabst Blue Ribbon on ice.
But you
Sweet 16 and we have arrived.
Yeah. Definitely.
A good ass song.
Definitely.
And I think she made it like the hipstery drink because she was like Pabst Blue.
I go a different way with that. I think it probably was already the hipstery thing, and she was in the circles of that, and then she made it. She definitely brought it to a different level.
Don't ever talk about Lana like that.
I don't think she started it, but I agree.
Isn't it weird to think that celebrities even have circles? Like, don't you just think of them as like fucking pieces of cardboard that exist somewhere?
No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but for real, like that's not even like I swear it's
okay. So
but you've met people too and stuff, but like literally just when like in work shit that I've done, like you realize how normal shit is.
Sean's famous.
Shut up. No,
he doesn't like to brag, but he is famous.
No. But I'm saying like it's like if you're around anything, you realize
Sean only hangs out with celebrities and me, but I'm also like an upcoming
you're
star.
On the edge. Yeah, you're on the edge.
I'm
no,
like,
but like it is. Everyone's just they're all like just doing normal shit all the time. That's everyone.
That's kind of what I'm saying is that it's like hilarious because they're put on pedestals.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All this stuff, and I don't think people like quite understand that they are just like we know logically, but I just feel like we can't quite comprehend how just normal as fuck they are. Like they literally just wake up and live a day on the days they're not doing like their
100% they do.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I would say they live a day. Even they only actually they are living super normally because the only thing that they get to do that we don't is that they get to live what your normal day looks like. They do on the day when they are like working because they get to just do normal shit that they like want to do included in that day. But like it's all super normal shit. Like nobody's doing anything crazy.
And a lot of people are depressed like me, so they probably just sleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of sleep.
Yeah, and then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I didn't do anything today. Then you get stressed, and then you're like, it's fine, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you don't. And then you just spiral down into a fucking pit.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So all of that is to say, Vinnie, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
He just needs to come on.
I don't need some fucking basher on here.
Yeah. It's not bashing though. Like on one hand, I understand the comment.
What are you rhyming? Are you rapping for us?
No.
On one hand, I understand.
Yeah. No, but I do.
Grow up.
I agree that it changed the dynamic. What I
don't agree
with
that.
Well, that's the part I agree with.
There is nobody disagreeing. It's not a part to agree with. It is a fact. If you take an 86-year-old man and put him on a show with me, like Rob, that's going to be different than putting a 24-year-old girl with me. With anybody. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
You're dynamic with anybody. If you talk to Dad, if you talk to Elizabeth, if you talk to me, if you talk to Paul, it's all different.
But don't you think that was the main reasoning behind him even saying that?
Saying what?
What he said.
All that I heard when you said, like, you're like, oh, Vinnie said this, all I heard was, hey, I'm being an asshole. That's all I heard.
But, like...
So I heard that Vinnie was like, hey, fuck you guys. And I'm like, fuck you too, Vinnie.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Vinnie? Oh, my God. Do you see what this cat does to me?
No, she's been crazy, though. Like, we've known her a while.
You're not in the mic anymore. You can hear
Oh, yeah,
You're
she's been crazy, though. She's always been like this. This isn't like a change in personality.
A lot.
Yeah, she's been a lot.
I know. But yeah, no, Vinnie,
Listen, I don't have too much to say about it. All I'm saying is that I just think that it sounds like a conversation. I think he probably should just redeem himself by coming on.
I don't even know what I talked to him about.
Maybe that's Rob's redemption episode. Maybe we can get him to come back.
Vinnie and Dad. That would be a weird. The problem is like nobody knows what we're talking about. Like anybody that knows anything is like, we don't know who Vinnie is. We don't care. Like people who usually do podcasts are like celebrities, and everyone's funny. Like, yeah, I know they're friends. We're like, Vinnie is gonna come on, and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
So fuck it, Vinnie. You're never gonna get redemption.
Well, Rob
You're gonna
has
be a
qualms.
figment of everyone's imagination talking shit.
Rob has qualms though, so I think Vinnie. Maybe we do a Vinnie Rob, just Vinnie and Rob. Maybe you're not even.
I'm not editing a Vinnie and Rob episode. Like they can fucking figure it out themselves.
Patriarchy.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. Sean and I have matching Grinch shirts on that I bought.
Well, let's give a little. You gotta show that.
I am. Oh. How do you fall while sitting?
While we're drinking.
We've been drinking for a while.
It's late.
It's not that. It's like literally 10:45.
Is it? Oh shit! Well, it's been
I
a long day
phone,
then.
or
Right.
I have this.
I definitely thought it was.
Oh no, it's midnight.
Yeah, there you go.
That
I thought it
hour
was
went
1. I was
fast.
gonna say 1. So.
Anyways, yeah, we have matching Grinch shirts. I got one for his girlfriend, but she's not here currently. But she'll get it tomorrow, and I'm hoping no matter what she's wearing, that she would put it on over everything.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because it is the most important thing that I've witnessed.
Well, the Grinch is the true spirit of Christmas. You know what I mean?
I feel I am the Grinch.
Why?
Well, I just struggle with people and, you know, like just bah humbug. But that's Scrooge, so it's like a weird thing to mix together. But they're similar people.
But isn't the Grinch just like another iteration of Scrooge?
That's what I'm saying. I said they're like the same vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody's had a moment where they're like, fuck Christmas.
No, I feel that way all the time.
Yeah.
But I think it's because there's just so much stress on the holidays. And that's why it's so dumb to me, because I feel like the holidays are supposed to be like a enjoyable time where everyone's like, oh, Christmas and all this shit. But like,
what do you think about like if you
April Fool's is my favorite holiday.
No, I know that.
Okay.
That's a fact. And you like your half birthday. I know you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
With like previous, like not even previous, but like younger Christmases as opposed to now.
Yeah.
What was more stressful?
Well, now, what years are you talking? Like you're talking childhood versus now?
Yeah,
or like
I don't even have a specific spot to like cut it at.
There is a time to cut it at, because like as a little kid, the expectation of you is nothing, and you just have fun and open presents, and like Santa's coming. And
where do you think that died for you?
Well, in 2nd grade when I stopped believing in Santa.
That's like really young.
I looked Mom dead in the fucking face. I was on a chair. This is how young I was. I was on a chair putting dishes away with Mom. Well, she was handing me dishes to put into this cabinet because we're all short. And she was handing them to me, and so I was putting them in, and I looked at her, and I had two glasses she handed me. It's threatening. But I said, I need you to tell me the truth. And I said, is Santa real or is he not? And she was trying, like, fumbling, and I'm like, no. I need you to tell me the truth. So she told me the truth, and then she said, you don't tell Paul that. And Paul's older than me.
Oh, fuck.
2.5 years older than me. And I did not tell him. But I remember feeling a little sad for him because, like, I don't know. He felt like he was too old.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I remember we got home from Aunt Jeannie's Christmas party, which was always on Christmas Eve, which would have been tonight. And we got home, and we were living in Saginaw at one of our homes. And I was going to say the exact one, and I didn't. So then I said all of that, which was
mostly
dumb.
Frost. I just feel
no,
like
it wasn't. I don't like saying the roads.
Oh, okay.
It's the internet. So, anyways, it wasn't Frost. But actually, it wasn't that road, actually. But that's not really the point. I'm not sure.
Wait, why do you not want to not say the roads, though? We don't live there anymore.
Because people can track you through roads. I could do it easy. It's easy.
I'm not worried.
People are obsessed with me, Sean. I'm really pretty.
I'm
And now that you're on, you don't even know what kind of
We lived on Frost at some point.
Oh, my God. You shut the fuck up. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So we got home, and I remember Paul, we got out of the car after Jeannie's thing. So I don't know. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night. Like, it's pretty late when we got back. No, we probably went to midnight mass. Probably like 1 a.m. And Paul was like, oh, and he's like, it's Santa's sleigh. And he was pointing up in the sky, and I knew at this point. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that is so like, that's so cool. And I'm like, there he is. He's like, we got to get to bed. And I was like, we do. And like, it was so awkward because I'm like, what is happening? I mean, realistically, I was probably 7 and he was probably 9.
Yeah.
So I was probably that's second grade, I think.
The thing is, though, like, that's...
Psychotic?
No, well, for sure. But, I mean, like, you knowing that early is all out of the way you are. Like, you would. There's no way. It doesn't matter who the parent was. Like, you were going to find out.
Did I just break the news to you now? Did you know?
Wait, what do you mean?
Santa.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God, I get so nervous talking to you about this. I never know, like, who knows and who doesn't. Some adults like to, like, act like and I'm like, do you still? Because, like, they really get into it.
I know,
parents. So I'm like,
the new parents.
No.
Oh,
I can understand a new parent.
Yeah.
I mean, people who don't have kids will be like, Santa
that's
brought
fucking
us
weird.
this, or we're gonna go see Santa, and I'm like,
No,
I am
I can't
so
fuck with
fucking
that.
like, someone's got to buy the presents, honey,
I
and
can't
somebody needs
fuck
to
with
tell
that.
you
I can't.
that it's time.
Yeah.
When did you find out? Do you remember? Because it's a pretty breaking moment.
Ooh. Well, I'm not like you. I definitely did not dig in on her.
It's okay.
Also, though, I mean, it's blissful. It's blissful moments. Like, why?
I know,
would you
but like,
even
I
wanna
want to be.
fight
I don't want to
that?
be lied
Yeah,
to.
but like, fuck
I don't want
that.
to be fucking lied to.
But like, fuck that.
I'm an
too.
adult at
But
7.
listen, though,
I don't
you're
need to be lied to.
That's why, though. That's like the core of the unhappiness. Like, just live in it. Like,
No,
just
bro,
live
I'm
in
just
the
not
bliss.
well. I don't need this. I don't need this drama. I'm asking when you found out. I don't need you to tell me how unwell I am.
I'm not telling you how well. I'm just saying. At second grade, you forced her to tell you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's time. Like, don't lie to me.
It's time. I'm sure I was late. I don't know. Don't have
What does that
the
mean?
fact that I don't have a date to tell you means that it was late. But I don't know.
But you don't remember. So
don't.
it wasn't shattering to you.
No, it was not shattering.
Probably because you weren't too young to find out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I would assume around 4th or 5th grade.
I always knew. If I'm being 100% honest, I always knew.
That's crazy. What do you mean?
I remember living
From the time of consciousness you knew?
From the moment that I was conceived, I knew. No, from the moment that somebody told me that this was some shit, and I was, consciousness to the point of like speaking and like having conversation, I was like, bull shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
So how many years did you do cookies and milk with knowing?
Well,
you had me and you had Liz. So
and
you
I didn't
did
break it
for
to you guys.
A long time.
I didn't tell you guys.
Were you sweet though? I don't ever remember you being sweet. I can't remember.
What does that mean? There was no coal coming. There was no Santa.
Not like your Santa. I'm not saying you're bringing the coal or the presents. I mean, like, were you like? I don't remember how you were with Liz.
I just ignored her mostly.
That's kind of mean.
I'm so sick of people who didn't have siblings that were 7.5 years younger than them being like, that's mean. Because Elizabeth will be around children
is she
now.
7 years younger than you?
Yeah. Liz will be around children now, and she's 25 and or 24.
Oh,
and,
no, yeah.
And she'll literally be like, I don't know if I can have children. I'm like, try being 14 with a 7-year-old sister.
I thought she really wanted to have kids.
She does, but then she's around kids. But I think it's different. I don't have kids, but I think it is. It's like having like, I
don't know either.
But I'm just saying.
Kids are, I mean, they are kind of annoying.
Okay.
But like.
I know, but they're fine. I like kids fine.
No, I don't not
But
like
here's the
kids.
thing.
I'm saying like, yeah.
But here's the thing is, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I grew, like, Paul has kids,
Yeah.
but he grew up with younger siblings. Like, I think he fully knew what he was doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I feel too, is that I'm not shocked when I'm around kids and they do the shit they do. Whereas I feel like younger siblings and families, or probably only children, are a little more shocked by like the annoying things that kids do because they didn't, and they always thought it was mean because you were the little kid. Like, that was like, I'm just trying to do like, but you were being fucking annoying. Especially, you're 4 years younger than me. Is that true?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are. I barely know how old I am.
That is so progressive. Age doesn't exist, guys. Time is not real.
It's not nothing to do with progression.
No, you are 4 years younger than me. Liz is 7 years younger than me. But
All right.
if you're 12.
I just always know that
Listen,
Paul's old 10.
if you're 12,
he's 10 older than her, right?
Yeah. But if you're
I know.
if I'm 12 or 13 and you have a 9-year-old with you constantly tagging along, or I can't do math. How old would Elizabeth be when I'm 13? 6?
How many is she?
7. That'd be 6.
Yeah, she's 6.
I mean, that's annoying. When you're 13
Fuck yeah.
and you have, like, you're with your friends, and you're moving the whole tape. I'm big. But you're with...
Oh.
It's okay. I'll leave it in. I don't care. It's real. I don't know. I can't help it, guys. Shit's been happening. I've been eating more. I don't know what to tell you. I'm bulking.
Get out of here.
Anyways, it is fucking annoying. And I think, and there's two perspectives to it, because the younger sibling doesn't mean to be doing what they're doing, and they're just living and existing. And they don't understand why it's so irritating, because they're just trying to, like, have fun and be a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're like 13, 14 and you have this little kid tagging along with you, you want to, like, you're just over it. Like, it's so fucking annoying when you're a teenager, like, talking to your friends about teenage shit. You have a child there, which you're kind of trying to censor your friends as well, because you are much older than them. They really shouldn't be there, to be honest, because it's not, the age gap is so far that there's nothing relevant for those two people to be doing together.
Yeah. And that's what's weird about being a middle, and we're like different ends of middle, but it's interesting to have both. Because, like, if I think about that, and I think about having, what are you trying to do?
No, I'm just keep talking.
If I think about having, like, no younger or no older, and the only child situation is its own whole thing, but, like, just someone who even has, like Devin has just a younger, and, like, if she had, like, an older sibling, or Liv, her little sister, it's my girlfriend Devin, if she had, like, just if the progression of the things were different, or if there's more kids in it, like, I feel like it changes so much, and it's weird to be a middle person in something, because me and Mary Grace both have younger and older, and I just feel like that lays something really, like, interesting out, because you do get to see both pieces, where, like, Paul has never had an older sibling. Like, that's
and
crazy.
It shows.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy, because it does.
Liz has never had a younger sibling, and that
well, like,
shows.
just because people, when they talk about things too, they place so much pressure on. There's two ways people do it. People place so much pressure on parents and how they parent, or they place so much pressure on how a kid's personality is and how different all kids are in a family. And both those things are true, and both things are important. But there's also that piece of your layout in the family.
I'm, like, losing.
Are you playing an instrument over there?
Yeah,
no, but, like, the layout in the family is, like, so, like, if I was in Paul's spot or you were Liz's spot, like, it would change.
It just wouldn't work for my personality.
But it's not
and
even
this is what
work
makes
or
me
not.
believe
I'm
in God wholeheartedly.
There's someone
because,
out
like,
there.
It doesn't make sense.
There's someone out there with, like, a version of your personality that is the youngest.
No, it's just not real. That's
you
not
don't
a
even
thing.
think that exists.
Every second child of a family.
So
actually,
you think you're just where you're supposed to be?
Yeah, I think it was Aaron, our cousin.
I do feel very comfortable being third. I like it.
Yeah, no, Aaron and I. It was Aaron, because we were talking about, like, Heidi, me.
Of course she did, though. The oldest is always going to claim that.
But, like, you're just saying this, but I'm saying their personalities are right for their positions.
But that's what I mean. Is the personality shaped by the position?
I mean, there's so many studies on this.
That say what?
They say, like, it plays a huge role in who you are.
Yeah.
But
well,
it
but
is
then
families,
what you're saying, it's opposite of what you're saying.
But the studies are so crazy, because it is families of, like, 3 to 5 or something. I don't know exactly what the studies are, but it's like there's specific numbers that make it play a role, because once you get beyond, like, it's either 5 or 6, then that changes the dynamics, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And, like, if you're at a 2 or below, that 1 obviously changes. But I'm saying, if you're at 2, like, that's different than being, like, first versus second. But it's like the third to, I want to say 5, but it might be 6. That dynamic adds up. But it is weird, because the piece that makes me feel that it is a lot of the nature, like who you are, versus the nurture, which would be your placement, is that I've been this way since I was born. And you guys were not around. Ever. For 4 fucking years. And I was the same way I've been since I was fucking born. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's not like I knew. Maybe I did. But it's not like I knew I was going to have other siblings. It's not like there wasn't other people there below me doing these things to me. And same with, like, I know a lot of families who have second kids, like, very similar positions to me with siblings. Like, they're the second. And then siblings that are not, like, they're, like, 3 or 4 years younger than them. And they're the same. Like, it's this weird... I think you are put where you're supposed to be. I don't know. And that's where it is weird. I think if you're in a family of 2, your personalities probably don't line up with what I'm talking about because, like, spiritually wise, I don't think you would be placed in that position. Like, the person, I don't know, it just doesn't matter as much, like, to have that personality to be in that position.
I don't know on that realm of it. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking confidently.
No. I don't, though. I've honestly never thought about placement in terms of that. I don't know.
Oh, it's definitely like psychology wise, you can look up, there's millions of studies about it.
Yeah.
And they have, like, I was going to say proven. I don't know if it's proven, but they definitely have a lot of, like, research to say that it definitely influences your outcome.
I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, I've never thought about that piece. I think I've always thought about more of the influence of the placement on how you are rather than, like, you being placed because of that.
I missed everything you said.
That's okay.
I was thinking.
It's nothing special.
Influence of what?
Nothing.
Did you hate it?
I'm not sure about it. It's like a rough draft. If I could take it back, it might sound different. I don't know.
I didn't hear it.
It wasn't inappropriate. I just don't know what.
I don't think it's inappropriate.
I've never been on a podcast.
Oh my God. I'm not like the first thing I questioned because I didn't hear it. You're like, that's it. I gotta go.
It's not my final paper. I have to ask about the I just see potato. That's why I keep looking at potato.
So you didn't listen to the last episode?
No, I just have to understand.
Oh, no.
What?
It's not out yet.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought you were calling me out. And I was like, I definitely did listen to the whatever.
No, it's not out yet. So. I started the episode that's not out yet with the potato. I should probably start the camera over, though.
Right now?
Well, it starts over at 30 minutes, and I started it before, and it's at 27 something.
Okay. Not that sober, though.
That's where this is going to pick up. Well, I was trying my best.
But what kind of juice were you trying to get? Potato juice?
Okay, no, this can't be in anymore. You just fucked it up. No, because unless this comes out after her episode. All right, move forward. I can't do using fucking potatoes, but
explain more of this board. Is there anything you can talk about on here? I just saw the board and that was what stood out to me. This is an old
board.
Okay. Is there anything?
Would you plant?
What is?
Oh, I have a question for you.
I just see mom miss despisable. Mom's miss despisable.
There's no way that's what that says. I can't read it. I write them really sloppy so that Liz can't read them.
I don't agree with that statement. I don't think mom is miss despisable.
Oh, that's why we missed an episode. That's what it says.
Oh, you missed. That says despisable.
No, it says missed episode.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so this is something I can ask you actually off the board. I brought it to Elizabeth, but I mean, there's no real. I mean, there might be a real answer scientifically.
There's always a real answer. And I have it.
Super not true. Everything
has a perfect answer that everyone should be able to get.
No. So, well, a couple questions actually. Actually, you know what? Fuck the question I was just gonna ask. I want to ask you this question because it's something I've asked everybody so far on the podcast, which has been Elizabeth and Rob. Do you want to be buried as a tree or like soil?
Yeah, you're so focused on that
because it's all I want. Actually, it's like no, that's too dark. But anyways,
I don't.
You want to be in a casket? What do you want when you die?
I don't know. That's my answer. I know it's not fun. I honestly
I haven't,
but let me give full
to a tree. Would be fun.
I've not given a lot of thought to it. I don't like to think about dying, and I know you've given a lot of thought to it, but
every day I wake up thinking about it, that's a problem.
I have not given enough thought to it to have an actual answer for you. I understand why a casket could feel claustrophobic, but I also don't think that it matters.
What if it does, though?
I just don't know. I feel like everything after you stop breathing is literally for other people.
But wouldn't you rather be safe than sorry? I feel like I'm a salesperson for like the soil company that's making people live soil.
Maybe there's, yeah.
But like, wouldn't you rather be safe than sorry?
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you know what I mean?
No, because I mean that's not how I think about it. But I just feel like everything feels ceremonial and just like I just feel like it's for everybody around you. I don't think it's really for you. I think you're just gone.
So I agree with you.
But we differ on this stuff a lot because I don't even know about any of it. Like I don't.
Yeah, you're not confident.
No, I'm not. Not in that. I'm not.
What are you confident in then?
No, but I'm not. Like I don't. Well, I mean, you're really confident in what you know what happens?
It's not that I know what happens. It's that I believe that there is an afterlife. And I believe pretty firmly in like a spiritual belief of that. To me, it doesn't make sense that we are just corpses. Like it's crazy to me. 'Cause like to me, if we were just.
Well, you're not. If you're a tree, it's just a tree.
No, you're not understanding.
No, I am. I'm just
sorry.
messing. I'm just fucking around.
No, that is just the corpse being disintegrated into the ground.
I know.
I believe that we have souls, basically is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying.
Because to me, thinking that we can have like in such individual personalities and so many like aside from our physical, I mean, we all have the same physical like presenting situation, you know, like whatever, we're people. But it's so weird to me that we can all be so individual within these chemicals and hormones and all these things. It just doesn't make sense to me. If there isn't a soul, I truly don't understand what the fuck makes us all so individual then. Because otherwise, to me, we would just be robots. It doesn't make sense to me that we wouldn't be robots.
I know, or yeah, I don't know.
None of us know.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for an answer.
Yeah.
These are the questions Elizabeth hates too.
I don't hate them. I think we've talked at length about a lot of these things, but I think we know we probably aren't. We don't think about it the same.
I leave the conversations thinking like Sean and me are identical in our
thinking. I don't know. I feel like that kind of shit also changes over time for people maybe, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't think that is a definitive statement. I just think that your life experiences combined with your beliefs, combined with, I don't know, your thoughts and everything make that. I've never really struggled with thinking we have a soul. I mean, yeah, I struggle with like what really happens.
I don't know that the uniqueness of personality makes me think that there's more of a soul though. Like that's an interesting thing.
You think that you can just leave your body and never exist anymore. You just cease to exist. Because the other thing that's weird is like there have been studies where there's I wish I was more fresh on this and not drunk when I'm talking about it because it's going to be wrong. But there was something about the weight of a person. It was some like scientific, like very scientific calculation.
Wait, like physical weight?
Yes. That, fuck, I'm not going to be able to get it right. It was something with these people, like they had this like scientific calculation of like the ounces and the something with energy and like the weight of something with something that like everybody loses when they die, or not everybody, but this like study they did lost like something in ounces when they die, like immediately, which is really weird. And it was something with like they converted it into the energy, which I believe, and I've always believed that a soul would be energy. And it was something with this conversion of energy and all these things that like, it was a specific amount that like all these bodies were losing that they were measuring. And it's just weird shit like that. But also to me, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how to explain it. Like when somebody dies, or like our cat, Ben, when he got put to sleep, you literally see the life leave them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how to explain it further than like, it's just so like, it's a physical body and then the life is gone from them. And that's, to me, that's a soul. Like what is it?
No, I know. I'm not disputing that like the shit looks different really quick either. Like it goes from person to body or animal to body very quickly. But it's like, it's a really like romantic idea too, kind of, that like that lives on. Like it could not. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying
but
that, like,
see, this is my
could or
issue
could not.
with it.
I don't know.
But
like,
also, I don't think my brain.
But like, you know what I mean? Like it's such a nicer way to take it that you like believe that it could go on.
I know what you're saying, and because I've thought about this thoroughly, because I think about death all the time.
Yeah.
And
I really don't think about it that much.
I know. I think about it all the time.
So maybe I'm at a preschool understanding of it.
There is no advanced understanding because nobody knows. Like, you could literally go down the road like I have for years, and it could be so fucking simple that nothing happens. It could. I guess trigger warning as somebody who has struggled with like suicidal shit, and I think that people like to think, I guess, okay, the statement that, like you're saying, it's romanticized, and maybe that's true for the majority, so then I have to go back on what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say it though. So people act like it's comforting to know that or think that, but to me, in my mind, as somebody who has struggled with this stuff forever, dude, if there was nothing, I would be dead. That's how I feel. Because who gives a fuck? If it ceases to exist and everything's over, then I don't care.
But you're not the norm on that.
I understand
That's why I'm saying, because it feels like Santa Claus shit, because in the way that, like, I think the way most people use it to, like, feel good and feel okay about processing things is, and it's like classic
for their loved ones. Yeah, I understand that.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, the way people process someone around them passing is that they are in a better place, or like it's always that kind of thing, like they've passed along. And like, if it really, because what a ruthless, like, gritty thing to take that punch in the face of, like, they're gone, like they cease to exist. And like, that's why that, like, it being built out of that is where I take it. But you're right, to think about yourself, it's an interesting piece. I just don't know that I've like
but
spent
even
that much
with
time
other people, I think to me, and yes, I know I'm not the norm.
I don't think it's like bullshit either. I just don't know. It just feels so like, it's like it feels too good to be true. That's why I said Santa Claus shit. Like, just feels so. But
this
like,
is so
sweet.
weird to me because
it feels so sweet. To
I
me.
know I'm
like,
not the norm.
Just, like, I don't know.
I know I'm not the norm, I guess, in the way I think about or perceive this stuff. But even for loved ones, it is a lot less scary or like shitty to me to think that nothing happened, they died and nothing happened, than to think like hell or purgatory or all these things that you're taught. That actually seems much scarier to me personally, even for them. And yeah, like, obviously the thought of heaven is great, but see, I'm also a bleak fucking person because I've tried to say this to people before, and people, I don't know. I live in an existential. You're being
so specific about
it. I don't know.
You're being so specific, like, to even say that, because a lot of things don't even believe in that. And I'm saying,
I know,
like,
but I'm saying, well, I was.
What is the passive, like, society line if you're at a funeral, regardless of religion, regardless of what the fuck's even going on? It's always like that. It's always that positive piece. And I know that's just what, like, of course anyone's going to, like.
Well, especially somebody who's a good person. Like, yeah, of course.
That's not what I mean, though. I mean, like, it's the canned line. Like, everybody's going to say that always.
Nobody
because
knows what to say.
I know. No, and I know.
That's such a weird thing too. The formalities of that
kind of stuff. The formalities of it make it even weirder
because
it's like fucking.
When it's you, or like when I've lost people and people come, it's not like helpful when people say the formalities, but like also I understand that they don't know what else to say.
Fuck no.
But because it'd
be more uncomfortable for somebody to try to like do something else, dude.
Yeah, like, because when it's flipped around, I do the same shit, and I am not a formality person. But like there is nothing. It's just so awkward because you can't make it better. You can't change anything. You can't do anything. It's a piece of life, you know.
I just always say, the like sorry for your loss really covers all bases.
I know, but I hate it.
No, obviously, but I'm saying you've never.
You're like, listen, everyone.
You've never watched Sopranos, have you?
No.
They do in that whenever, because people are dying all the time in that, like left and fucking right. But like things hit differently. It's a family member. It's not. It's this. It's that. But like it's always like people will be like, "I'm sorry for your loss," and all the like people are like, it is what it is. Like they're just like these Italian like guys. They're just like, it is what it is. Like, hey, what are you gonna do? That's what they're like. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, like as
it's
their
like
response.
Yeah, it's like, but it's so funny because like
that's how I feel.
Even the way it's written into that, like I know that's just how like we've all been to funerals and been through things, but like it's so funny for them to do it because it's so stale. Like it's always like, what are you gonna do? And then it just like the conversation drops at that, and they like go into a conversation about something else. It's always like, what are you gonna do? Like that's where they leave it. It's just like because it is like what the fuck. When people it's so weird. Like, but then I know how awkward it is joining in this thing, but like it is like there's not a lot to be said. Like what are you gonna do?
No, you can't. It's a piece of life, but also that I don't know. It is a weird thing because I never know what to say. I never know what to say when people say those things, but like I'm saying, I say the same thing on the other side of it. So like it's just fucking awkward. It's just an awkward situation because like you care about the person and you want to say something like to help them, but also it's like you can't because there's nothing. It's not like they got broken up with and you can like be like it's somebody died. Like it is what it is. It really is because like what the fuck are you gonna say? You can't say something that's gonna like make it better. No, they're dead. Nothing. Like what are you gonna do?
There's nothing.
I don't know. I don't even remember the original fucking thing of this.
No idea.
I was saying
we went low.
No, it was I was saying that I understand.
Well, let's bring it back up. I want to hear about potato.
No, we're not talking about potato.
All right.
No potato here.
You got anything on the board?
Well, this was something.
Does it say bratwurst?
You can't. I write it sloppily so that you people. Well, you were never supposed to. I didn't know. Not that you were never supposed to come on, but.
Wait, has this been talked about, Nico?
Yeah, this is an old board.
Can we talk about that?
I don't know about that. I don't have bratwurst written on there. What are you looking at?
Nico's scared of Bicket horses?
No, that one's boring. It's the bike, but I already talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so one I want to ask you that is on there, and it kind of is a little bit similar to what we're talking about, but like...
Do you have anything specific for me, too? You got any questions?
You literally were like...
Do you have anything? He was like, anything you're dying to ask me? He was like, Dad,
you guys should do a podcast. I'm going to watch it live. And he said no. And then Sean's like, I guess if I take a shot, I can do it.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I was like... I didn't ask him to be on.
Listen, it felt like it's Christmas Eve. It just felt like the right time
what
because
that means.
I feel like every time I'm here, there's always like other people, other things just like going on, and it just doesn't. But like this is like a good moment.
All right, can I ask you a question? I already asked Liz on one of the episodes, but I'm going to ask you because this is a question that I'm sure we could simply Google and find out, but I'm going to just ask you.
They're way more fun not to.
You are actually a fan of that. I'm not usually, but this is one that I am a fan of. I had this thought while going to sleep a couple weeks ago, and that's why I wrote it down in my notes, and now it's on the board as it's been. Do you
Are you going dark again?
It's not dark.
Okay, good.
It's like in between, really. Do you think that a plant, tree, plant, whatever, something that isn't like seasonal, that like clearly dies after its thing, okay? I'm talking like a tree. You know, it lives for a very long time. And I don't know if they could ever prove this. Can a tree, under perfect circumstances, would there be a reason for it to ever die? This kept me up one night.
Wait. Would there be a reason?
Like, why would it die? Like, could it live forever is kind of my point. If, like, like, ice ages happen, all this shit happened, like, obviously killed things off. But I'm saying, like, perfect circumstances.
No.
Like, would it... But then I go to, like... And I said this to Elizabeth. Like, for a while, I thought no, too. Like, it wouldn't die. But then I started thinking... Maybe, like, old age could kill it. Just like a normal living thing. Like, can it live forever? But, like, why couldn't it live forever, but can it live forever? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Because it gets those rings on its trunk. Like, it clearly does age.
Yeah.
Can it live forever? Under perfect circumstances.
Yeah. I think until it gets too tall.
I don't know any words you just said.
I think until it gets too tall.
You think the height would kill it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I know.
Dude, the California trees that grow like fucking
I know,
huge.
but they get some girth to them.
You're not in the mic.
Like, they get some girth to them. I
know. There's
don't
I mean, there
think
might be
so.
an answer, but I don't know the answer.
I don't think so. Only because
You originally said yes until I said what I said.
What?
You said that it wouldn't die.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't. I'm still saying no.
You're still saying
Yeah, I'm
it
saying
would
I
not die
don't
under
think so.
perfect circumstances forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't see that. I literally think it's like dumb shit at that point, because what I think is there's so many external factors now, and I think the reason a lot of things die are because they're cut down or because they're like poisoned. The same way, it's the same shit that they're doing to people and we're doing to ourselves. Like,
hell
with
yeah.
any
Preach, Sean.
no, but it
No,
like
preach that shit.
but it's the same type of thing. Like, that's what probably is taking most of it down, or just literally it being cut down. Like, obviously,
Or
but
droughts from water and stuff like that.
but this is where like my addendum on my shit of saying
oh
no,
my God.
no, is that I think
You already
it,
have an addendum. We just started talking about
Dude,
this 4 seconds
it comes
ago.
down to some dumb shit. Like, I don't like mean like they're too tall, but I mean like I actually think like back in some time it would have been like, or like something that's untouched now, it would be like a big windstorm that makes it come down, like that type of shit.
I know,
You know
but
what I
that's
mean?
I know, but you're not hearing my question.
No, I'm hearing the question. I'm
Okay.
saying yes.
My question is
in
perfect
perfect
circumstances.
conditions. Yes,
Yeah.
but I know. But
No,
perfect,
it's not like a philosophical. I'm literally asking a question like,
Yeah,
are
no.
plants
If there's
capable
no
of living
fucking-
forever under perfect conditions?
Yeah.
I'm not being like, but if a wind blew. I'm saying like, for real, if you could, for fucking 1 million years, give it perfect conditions, would it stay alive?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't. I think it ages out. I think they would die. I don't know, but that's just what I think.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll never know the answer. That's just a question that I've
I
pondered
don't know.
lately.
I don't know, but I really don't think.
It's kind of beautiful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because to me, okay, I'm going to take it a little deeper. To me, it speaks to like the simplicity of life, though, of the fact that like, because I'm going to take it a little further. Like, why couldn't people under perfect conditions then not? I think everybody ages out, but like live for much longer then. Because that's why I think probably plants can't either. Because I do think there's an end date on your life, a plant included. But like I do think our lives could be much longer if we lived like perfect conditions.
I don't know if they could.
I think we could. If we weren't fed fucking poisonous food and fucking poisonous plastic and all the shit, I think we could live much longer.
I don't know.
What do you think about the Bible saying people were like 500 years old and stuff like that?
I don't know. I've
Not
never
into
heard
it, you.
I've never even heard that.
How do you not know the Bible at all?
I don't know.
Okay, well, like back in Moses' time, and even before that, they like in the Bible, but like this is something that people like, I mean, I've never looked that deep into it, so actually there's probably more like answers than what I'm saying, but they will like question the like measurement of time. But they'll say that they were like
translation
very
too, right?
old.
Like,
I mean, I don't know about translation. I think numbers would be pretty easy in translation. That'd probably be the easiest part in translation. I would.
Well, I just think
imagine.
about even like when like
I
don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. and I've never even thought about till literally right now with my plant conversation, I just convinced myself that they really did live that long back then.
The 500?
Yeah. I never thought.
Heard that.
I always that's ridiculous. And now that I just talk about plants under perfect conditions, I just convinced myself that Moses was however the fuck old he is in the Bible.
No,
Where I'm
I
like,
don't
yeah,
think
that makes total sense. No.
That shit is
not into it.
I'm just kind of baffled by it. I just think
the Bible?
No. No, the idea of that. I don't really believe that. And I also don't remember ever hearing that, but
oh no, it's a thing. I don't know if it's I'm throwing a number out, but it was very old.
But I just feel like
they all did. They were all hundreds of years old.
That sounds like some lost in translation shit to me.
Or
but
a different measurement of time, that this wise man is, you know what I'm saying? If you were to translate something.
Yeah, but that's just the original scumbag. What do you mean?
I don't know what that means.
What? Because
the original Vinnie?
No, but I'm saying that's.
I know you're watching this episode because Shawnee Boy's on it.
No, but that's.
You know what, Vinnie? I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
We're done. You're dead. It's over.
No.
I'm sorry. Go on. I got pissed again.
What? Somebody it's somebody getting up in front of a crowd and some salesman shit. I'm the wise man and I'm 450 years old. It just sounds.
But he didn't write his own book.
Hhow do you know? His fucking son. His son wrote it.
You think he had a pen name?
No, I think that all these stories are from word of mouth.
Sean.
It's a fact, dude. They are from word of mouth. Not very many of them knew how to fucking write. I'm just saying.
But that actually brings me to another point.
I'm just saying, I just feel that's why, the literal shit, when people take, shit like that so literally.
But wait, I'm sorry. This is bringing me to another point. Does it not irritate the fuck out of you? There's so many pieces of me when I think about the past. Not even that far. I'm talking, well, I don't know when these people are from, but whatever, 16, 17, 1800s. Well, 1800s. No, that's probably still relevant. The people who got to be.
I thought you were talking about Jesus for a minute. I was like,
no, I said
I feel like it was a little while before.
Literally 100 years ago. No, I said not that far back, and then I said 67, even 14, whatever, 1400s through 1800s. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I'm giving time frames because I actually don't know when these people were alive, and I'm not going to give names. I don't want to shame anyone, but does it ever fucking piss you off? But you don't ruminate the way I do, but. I get so irritated with these fucking philosophers that were successful because I'm you were one of 6 people that could write in all of Europe.
Yeah.
Well, no fucking shit. You write anything down that has any relevance to the world, everyone's going to be that is brilliant. Because nobody could even read or write.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, bro. Now we have 18 billion people on the internet fucking sharing shit and doing all these things constantly. Of course it's harder. If you're one of the elites that can write and read, that's a shoo-in. Yeah. I would have been dead, but people would have revered me in these times if I was alive in 1400.
It is, but there's positives and negatives to
Bubonic
both.
would have taken me out.
Everybody can speak now so freely that you also have people who are.
You are such a mixed bag. I don't understand you.
Saying shit.
You love freedom of speech?
Huh?
You love freedom of speech? I do. I just don't know if you do.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Do you love freedom of speech?
Yeah.
Okay, it's beautiful. Good for you.
I mean,
Sean's I don't know if I want to redact that.
No,
an addendum to that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
I love it. I think it's great.
Everybody talks.
Except that they need to shut up so I can talk.
No, that's what I was just saying. That's what I'm saying though. It's not it is fucked when people are when it was just specific people that could say something. But now it's there's two sides to a fucking coin of any of this shit. You get a lot of stupid fucking people talking now too. And that's what comes with asking for everybody to be able to speak.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's
I'm
more about the
okay
fact
with
that
it too, but it's
I'm
just
it's more about the fact
shit
to
gets
me
loud.
that it's a lot. No, it's more about the fact to me. I have more issues with the past than I do with now. I'm saying my issue is that these people like became fucking things, like icons, where people are like, that's what fucking whatever said. And I'm like, yeah, that's because he could write, and it was 1200.
Yeah.
Like, anybody who could write could have done that then. Like, it's not super crazy, and people like take the shit into like present day and take it as something where I'm like, no, he just could write and read.
Yeah.
There's probably people much smarter than him, but like they just didn't have the education. So no, I don't have a problem with present day. I have a problem with past day.
But that is only true on topics like that, because there isn't anyone smarter than somebody who's educated when it's like a lot of topics.
Maybe I'm stupid because I don't understand that statement.
Like most of the subjects they would learn in that time, especially.
Yeah.
Like they would know more. Like, you're not going to be a random ass person and you know more about like some math shit than like somebody who did go to school. So like it makes sense. No, then.
Really?
Fuck no.
I guess because they didn't go to school at all. Yeah,
like it's not. It just was.
Just
it's completely
stupid.
unequal.
This is gonna shut off again soon. We've almost made it to an hour. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't remember what we were talking about.
No,
it doesn't matter.
We should go light. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yeah, you were telling me about a podcast that you were listening to where the father listens to albums that the child listens to.
It's really cool. And I was thinking about it and thinking about how I could not do that with Rob. And
he would never. He'd be like, trash, shit, I hate it.
The problem is this dad is like a cool dad, and not like Rob's not cool. No. I pulled back right away. But like,
Rob. He doesn't listen to this anyways because he doesn't care about
this dad is like a musician himself and is like a deep fan of music of his time. And so he's not judgy of the things that his son's showing him. He tries to connect it to things he knows and just take it in.
That's a full podcast, though?
Yeah, they just listen to an album. I'll show you one.
No, I feel like it seems boring to me.
It might be. Well, no, so that's the reason I brought it up, because we literally talked about it right before we started filming this in the beginning. And I think that for a lot of sons... Because like it has, they've done really well very quickly. The podcast has, and I think that
I would not think that would do very well.
Yeah, no, it's doing super well, and that's what I'm saying. It blew up like quick too, and I think that for a lot of sons, there is connection is based on experience with fathers. For a lot of people, daughters as well, but I think specifically,
you mean like your experiences with their experiences, or?
The like. Your connection is based off experience, not emotion.
I'm saying like your mutual experiences.
Not even doesn't have to be mutual. That one happens to be because he's bringing them into that.
But I don't know what you mean then.
Like,
if it's not mutual experience, then what are you talking about?
Like, for example, like you were talking about this and that with Dad, like of a house, right? Like
that's a mutual. Well, I guess it's a mutual interest.
Yeah, and that's what I but that's what
I
mean.
It doesn't are narcissists.
No,
that's all I'm hearing.
No. It's not narcissistic. It's that I think a lot of like, especially in that generation too, I just think a lot of guys of that I know this is like for a fact. I know that like a lot of sons don't connect with their dads on an emotional level, and most of the connection is based off of like, you play this sport and I played this sport, so let's do this, or like you do this and I do that, and like we do this together, or I like watching you do this, or like.
Do you think it's societal that men don't feel like they can connect emotionally, or you think it's inherent that men don't connect emotionally?
I don't think it's societal, because I think it is genuinely like.
So you think it's inherent?
Kinda, yeah.
Really?
I kind of do.
Because I feel like a lot of like our generation dads. I don't have to say Gen Z because Elizabeth is not here and we are both millennials. But I think our generation of dads are more emotional. And I think that their kids are connecting with them more emotionally.
Really?
Mm-hmm. which makes me feel like it's societal.
But are you basing that off? That's why I didn't want to make it a thing where I'm saying son to dad. But like I just haven't. I can't think of anybody who has a relationship with their dad where it's not based on something experiential.
But you don't think that like a lot of, I mean, not a lot of, I would say probably 99% of the dads of our friends or people in our age group are in that like baby boomer generation. You don't think that they were taught societally to, like, you know, push their feelings down and like fucking, I don't know the terms, but you know what I'm saying? Like grind it out and like work and do your shit. Like, I think it might be a mixture because I do think that men probably inherently are not as comfortable. No, I feel like that's got to be societal. I don't know. That one's hard for me because I think that men are emotional. I think that they just don't feel comfortable expressing that, which I think makes it come out in a lot of anger, a lot of like isolation, like weirdness. You know what I'm saying? Like they become very like.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is like it doesn't fucking matter. Like whether it's football or it's like archery or it's like building a house or it's like whatever the fuck, right? Like it breaks down the barrier of it just being a conversation where maybe a conversation occurs while you're doing those things, but to just have like a dead ass conversation.
Dead end combo.
Yeah. That's what that leads to.
That's why it was originally called that with
No,
that.
I know, but like it is like I think to have that.
He doesn't care what I say.
Yeah.
I can say anything and he's like,
But you saw it tonight. He does care a lot when you bring up something that like.
But he cares about. But that's narcissistic to me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's beneficial to me.
I mean, listen,
because it's
I'm not
going to
sit out here and say all men are narcissists because I know.
I don't think all men are narcissists.
I know, but I'm just trying to think about it in terms of because I just feel like I'm speaking for a whole thing.
No, I'm going to tell you something that listen to this and tell me if you think it's true. I think what happens and why, like, it is societal to me. I think this is nurture and societal to me is why men turn out the way that I'm saying. And not all, it is different extremes on it because of the fact that it depends how much it happens. I think that mothers and sons are so odd together. It's crazy. And I think that women with their sons, well, you wouldn't understand because you're a son and you're like, what's weird? It's weird. It's not just you. It's all women and their sons.
Yeah.
The women like love their little like boys and they're like so like the girl is who they are, like how a dad, the son is like, you know, the same thing. So the women are like, I mean, there's some cultures where the boys are like fucking crazy catered to, but I think every culture is to an extent. And so they get like kind of babied and like the women are, oh, you want toast or you want me to make you pancakes and like, and some girls get treated like this, but not as much by mothers. It's their little fucking boys. And so by the time a boy is a man and they're an adult, they've been like, they're babies still because they've been babied. And they can do, like, dad does a lot of, like, he is.
I don't feel like mom did that to us, though.
No, to you.
Well, I'm saying to me. To me or Paul, though.
Sean.
Like that?
I've literally seen her while sick be like, do you want me to make you toast? And you're like, yes. And I'm like, this is gross. She's never even like offered me breakfast. Like in any way, shape,
I don't even eat toast. I don't even eat breakfast.
Well, you've eaten toast that your mommy's made. But anyways, my point is that it breeds this. I'm saying it does happen on different extremes.
Yeah.
And it breeds this culture of boys that are like entitled. It does breed, and I'm not even like this, but it does breed like this sexist thing into things.
Yeah.
Because then the boy gets married and the girl's always done something, like the mother is their girl, like that's the woman in their life previous to this, always does shit for them. And it's not every guy, but I'm saying stereotypically it is.
Yeah.
And then they do expect these things, but then like they'll do shit like fucking, but not every guy does. Some guys are fucking just suck ass, but like they'll fucking do the drive, like shovel the driveway and mow the lawn and like do the shit that like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Like if I can make you toast and you shovel the driveway, like yeah, that's fair. I'll do that. Right. But like some guys suck so bad that like they're just pieces of shit. But I do think moms baby their boys. Yeah. And I think there's some dads that baby their girls. Yeah, but definitely. As we get older, I don't think there's as many dads that baby their girls. Not as we get older. I'm saying like as we get into generations, I'm saying from childhood, they haven't babied their girls the way like they've treated them more like you're capable, which is great, but the boys are still being babied. Yeah. So it creates like very independent women with these boys that are still fucking babied.
No, it is true. It is true. I like it's a tricky thing though, because like I don't know where that changes, because I do think that's like nurture out of like, I just think women are nurturing. So like obviously they're going to be that way to boys.
Why not girls?
It's what you said.
I know it is, but I just wanted to hear you say it.
Yeah, it's not, but I don't think there's like I don't think there's a forethought.
It's patriarchy.
No, it's like, I don't know. That's what I mean. Like you could ask Jen.
No, women just have weird bonds with their
like
boys.
She's different with Liam than she is with Lily.
I mean, but they're very different personalities.
No, I know, but I mean, like, it is like, I just feel like what you're saying, but Paul's different with each of them too, and he will be.
I will say
that's what I'm saying. Like
I disagree
literally,
with that though.
Why? No, I think he is.
Think
you don't think he's different with Liam than he is with?
No, I actually think Paul, out of almost anybody I've ever known, is
flattening it.
Fairly consistent.
Is Paul fixing everything?
I'm sorry, Paul. I don't know if he even watches us, but I think he might be. I think Paul might be what will save the world. No, I don't think Paul treats his children differently.
But back. Let's bring it all the way around. Let's bring it all the way around to where this stemmed from, because that's what I'm saying is like as Liam gets older, I'm telling you, it's going to be the same thing. I can already see it. No, yeah, but.
Yeah, women and boys are so weird.
But that's not. That wasn't my original point. My original point was the boy-to-boy thing. I'm saying Paul to Liam, like the only relation that the only thing they're going to be able to connect on as he gets into middle school and high school is things.
No,
like,
I disagree.
I don't.
I fully disagree, because Paul's just not like that.
I don't think.
You're wrong. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I do think the women and their sons are an odd relationship. And I've just, seen a lot of people get married. And
is it odd though, or is it that like dads aren't? Listen, there's a lot. There's not a lot of good dads, because maybe what it is that the balance is supposed to come from like dads being good.
No, I don't think it's about a balance. I think it's about just like, the balance should really be like just chill out, like we're all people. But I've seen a lot of first off, I've noticed how much men, and I mean, I'm not that young anymore, and men are still so like childish, and it's because of I do blame their mothers. I don't think that men are incapable of being like adults. I think it's because their moms fucking babied them. And like these people who get, like, I see so many people get married and have trouble with, like, their in-laws, women, with their husbands' in-laws. And it's because the moms, I don't know if this is, again, I'm not going to Google it, but I don't know if this is a psychological thing. But, like, the moms have a really hard time, like, letting the boy go. Yeah. To, like, another woman. Right. Which feels so weird, because like they are different dynamics, but like I guess maybe they start to rely on their son so much because they don't like their marriage. I don't know. Like I don't know what it is. Like their like son has become like their emotional support, or like I don't know what the fuck it is, but I have seen it so many times over, and
There's
it's
definitely
so
a dose of that
fucking
occurs.
weird. But I don't see that. I do not see that with boys and like wives. Like a girl, I don't see like the dad doing that to the girl, where it's like, oh, like the dad's so like once the dad likes the boy that's dating their girl or their daughter, they like their girl. I mean, at this point, yeah, that's what I mean. They get over it. Like if they like them, like if they don't like them, they are weird about it. But like if they like the guy, they like are like, yeah, this is good. I like this, and they like let go of it a little.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even gonna say very rarely. I have never, in my personal experience, heard of a dad unable to like.
Yeah.
If they like the guy. I have heard of people who, and that is understandable to me. If you don't trust the guy and you have your daughter, I understand that. But like, yeah, I've never heard of somebody that like likes the husband or boyfriend going to be husband, and like they do this weird clingy thing that moms do with sons.
Yeah.
It's just not a thing. I mean, I'm sure it has been a thing at some point, like, but I feel like that's just weird. Like it's not normal. It's not the norm. Whereas this other part is. Women with their sons, it is the norm. They're so fucking weird. Like they get jealous. They get real weird about the women in their lives, and it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely common.
No, I know it is. Yeah. It's almost every fucking person I know. It's weird.
No, but we have like a lesser mom on that. But yeah, like I've seen it, and I understand, again, even when I was just saying with the dad, I understand if you don't like the person like or feel like they're shady. Pushing back on it.
I understand having a weird reaction to that. But yeah, like when somebody's been married or like it's a thing, I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird.
I feel you.
Yeah, so I don't know what that is. That's got to be some weird shit going on psychologically.
I think it is. I think it just like goes back to that. I think that there's just a difference in those situations. Like the relationships are built from a different place. And that's what I mean. That's why, because it goes both ways. Like I think the sons have an affection for their moms that they do not have for their dads. Even if someone's like the best dad. Like it's where the connection's built from. All connection from moms is built from emotion. All connection from dads is built on
sperm
stuff. Yeah. No, stuff though, like things.
It's
like,
so weird, and that's you'll probably be a dad.
I know. I've thought about that a lot. No, but like seriously, that's like what I was trying before. I was trying to go full circle and bring it back. Like that's why that watching that hit me, because
watching what?
The podcast, the whole thing that I brought up in the beginning, like I would love to show not just a son, like just any kid, music. Like that is like a beautiful thing to me. Like that is really cool to connect over that. And I think that a lot of sons would like to connect with a dad on some shit like that, where they're showing them something, because it's coming from you, because that might be a part of it too. Like the masculine nature of a son to son father to son relationship is like they're always showing you, they're teaching you, they're like you're learning your whole life. And so for you to show them something and have that be a point of connection is a cool thing, because there's a weird, like, it's not even, I hate, I don't know what other word to use, so I have to use this word, but like, it's like a competitive thing in some form.
Boys are just so weird.
They are. No, they are.
Like, why would a father be competing?
I know, but it's not competition in like terms of like it's not like a gold medal. I just mean like
Dad likes when he wins.
Feels good when you know you're bringing something to the table, and like that's where it's cool to me, is that guy is accepting what his son is bringing to the table. Like it's an interesting thing to watch him take that stuff in. Like just, I mean,
your dad's never gonna do that.
No. I'm not trying.
Dad's never gonna be that guy.
I would never try to do that. But I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, think of some shit you love, but like just someone listening to like an album for the first time, like hearing songs that you love for the first time is cool, especially when you know they appreciate music and like you like don't know how they'll feel about the specific album or song.
Yeah,
but
there's
like,
only like
there's a cool connection.
There's
to that.
literally probably like 2 people I would do that with, and they're friends.
Yeah.
Like that's not family or parents.
But that's what I mean. What a cool thing to build with.
But that's that dad trying too.
Huh?
That's that father trying. Like
absolutely.
That's the biggest difference too, is that dad is letting his ego go and he's trying to be like understanding, because it's like you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
Like, because it is different, and as I get older, I've told you, I feel like the South Park episode where everything sounds like shit. And it's not everything, but like, especially there was a brief period where like, I don't know, did everything sound like shit for like 3 months? Like a couple of years ago? Because I literally was like, I'm getting so old. Every new song.
Well, you're just on the wrong shit though.
I was like, I am aging. No, I'm back into.
Everybody get off TikTok and Instagram and just go listen to shit, and you'll find cool shit.
I can't. But anyways,
that's where all the bullshit's coming from.
I understand being older, especially like 25, 30 years older than somebody like a dad or a mom or whatever, listening to these kids' music that, especially, there is another element that if it has, because I'm a very pure person, but if it has like profanity, no, I'm just saying, like, if you have like a younger kid listen, like, it is weird. There's so many elements that go into stuff. If you have like that like on the brink age, oh my God, this fucking cat, like 12 to like 14, you know, where you're like, they shouldn't really be listening to this stuff, but also you don't want to like, because I have thought about this, because you don't want to like push a kid away either, because that's what happened to me when I was listening to Eminem at like 10, 11 years old, and everybody was like, don't listen to it. Well, then I just secretly listened to it, and then I went into my own whole like psychotic bullshit. But like, so you don't want to do that. But like, also you don't really want them listening to it because they're not really old enough to be listening to it. But like, you also don't want to like shame them. It's weird. The whole thing's weird. Like, yeah, if your kid's in their 20s and they're an adult, and I'm assuming that's what the podcast is like an adult, that's fine, because like you can accept it better. But like, I have thought about that with a kid. I don't know what I do, because it is weird. It's the same thing with drinking. What do you do with drinking?
I know, it's tricky.
What do you do?
I don't think there's a right way.
I think there's I
think there's a couple wrong ways, but I don't think there's a right way. Because I with any of that, we both, I mean, we've seen such weird circles of things. Like we've seen public school things, we've seen private school things, we've seen homeschooling things, we've seen all the different situations and the way people restrict, or the opposite of restrict, and almost like promote. Like, there is no right way. You just have to go with your fucking gut in the moment based on that person. Like, literally, and that's like you saying like all of our stuff earlier about placement in family and whatever and all this, and like Paul needed to be treated differently than you need to be treated.
Paul wasn't drinking in high school.
Then I need, but
no, but
why?
That is huge, because it's just not in his personality.
No, but that's not what I mean.
I've decided, and I don't exactly know how you make it happen.
I just mean like say she had decided she was gonna have set rules across the board and just do
mom.
Yeah,
who is she? Okay.
Do her shit in a way with like him, you, me, and then Liz. It doesn't. That's just not how it is. Like,
so this is where I agree that it doesn't like, it's not a mold, and yeah, you can like change it per personality and child and whatever. But I think definitively in my mind, and in my like, if I have kids or whatever, I think that for me, the most important thing for me across the board, I don't care what your fucking personality is like, and I don't know how you set the boundary. I don't have that down necessarily. But my definitive thing would be like, if something's wrong, call me. Call me. Judge.
But they never said that shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But like, no judgment, no whatever. But because there is
that's almost like that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the boundary is of like, I don't want you to do these things.
What does that mean?
I don't
what
know.
Does that mean to what does that mean to a 12-year-old?
So I think what it means is that instead of a verbal just saying what I just said, it's more of a built understanding. It's not necessarily verbally said. It's an understanding of like it's just a different relationship to build of like that like because I don't think you should. But like there are points where I probably would say that, especially with specific personalities of a kid, where I probably would say.
But how young?
I mean, I don't know. Whenever I do think as a parent, you can kind of like vibe it out, like with who they're hanging out with and like where they're at.
But I'm saying I know you, and I know you like things kind of planned and like to like know the ending. And
that's not true.
Yeah, you do.
What does it mean, know the ending?
You just like to like have it in a box a little bit. And I'm saying
think I'm gonna
like
keep children in boxes?
Yeah. No, like it's literally like that's why the shit is hard. And like that's
I know it's
why
hard. I'm not
there
saying it's
is
easy.
no way.
I'm not saying it's easy. All I'm saying
if you do that, there's probably going to be a couple times that it fucks up the whole thing.
For sure.
And if you don't, it's going to probably get fucked up a couple times.
For
but
sure.
Like
that's
where
saying,
the decision has to be based on what you want the relationship to be, and that's why you're saying
I am
that.
saying that there I said it in the beginning when I said this. There is no boundary that I like. The line is so fine between telling you basically go ahead and do what you want to do and like do like fuck it and like, you know what I'm saying? And saying like, call me if so, like don't ever go home, like let somebody drive you home or do whatever, because the lines are so fine. But if you make such a firm one where it's like, do not drink, do not do
You're
this,
like, I'll be hammered, but I'll come get you.
Honey, I've been driving drunk for years.
That's always the funniest thing to me too. When parents
I've never had this. I didn't hang out with people.
No, I'm not saying.
My friends were all very kosher.
No, I'm not. Our parents never fucking said anything like this,
Well,
and they don't drink, so that's the worst because they were sober and they didn't even offer.
They're judgy about it. They hate
No, but I'm saying like it's just funny, like they're offering that, but like also they're getting fucked up, so it's like hilarious because they're probably actually more fucked up than even.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. If I had kids, I think I don't know. Actually, I don't know because I don't have kids, so I probably shouldn't talk on it that much. But I do know that something that would be important to me based off of knowing how life goes. It would be important to me to make it clear. Like, I would rather risk them doing things that I don't want them doing and them calling me over me telling them not to do it and them not calling me. That is how I feel. Because it is very dangerous.
Yeah.
A fucking 16-year-old kid in the winter driving a kid home from a party because the kid doesn't want you to know they're drinking. Like, no. I would rather them feel there's some leeway and call me than do that, personally. Yeah. Because that shit, like, that's crazy. It's so bad. It's just like, oof. It's just, that is a crazy circumstance. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess for me, the alternative of it is worse than them feeling like I'm kind of telling them. I'm not going to promote it, but I'm just saying, like, if the message is a little skewed, I'd rather it be a little skewed than them getting in a car with another fucking child driving them home.
I know.
But I don't know.
We've all been there.
We have, and I wish that wasn't a thing because it is really sad. And obviously it worked out, but, like, shit doesn't work out all the time.
Fuck no.
And it's so dangerous, and it's so bad. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that stuff's all shady as fuck. I don't know. Having teenagers is scary. I don't know how people have had, like, when you're a teenager, you're like, fuck off. But, like, now I'm like, teenagers are so scary.
Terrifying.
Because they're just so belligerent, so stupid, so, like, crazy. Like, they're just so arrogant to everything. Like, you don't give a fuck. You're like, oh, my mom's not going to know? Then let's do it. Yeah. And it's, like, so crazy because like you don't think about yourself. You really only care if your mom finds out, which is so fucking stupid because like you do so many dumb. I can't believe more teenagers don't die. That's all I'm gonna say.
It is. It's all about
like so many. Every teenager does so many stupid things.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah, it really is crazy.
Yeah, it freaks.
But did you enjoy it?
Not really.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, but you were like a scumbag.
I was not.
I just like saying that.
Yeah. I had fun.
Yeah, we're almost at an hour and a half. It's time.
No, yeah, we got to kick it.
Sean apparently enjoys podcasting.
No.
Sean.
No, I mean, it does. It's interesting because...
This is the longest podcast I've ever had.
Oh, shit. But yeah, like, you definitely come down here and think, well, like, I've been in, like, it feels like a recording studio and stuff. Like, it feels intense when you first sit, but then once you're just sitting here, it's
I
not.
just make everything so comfortable.
Yeah. No, but, like,
It's
yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was chill.
All right, well, how wonderful to have you on Christmas Eve.
I know, it felt like the right time. I just felt like there was no other time to do it.
I need to get Devin on the podcast.
No, maybe Christmas Day.
We probably could.
Yeah, be perfect.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Back to back.
We can maybe hook 3 mics up. I can't get the third one to work.
I think you guys should do it solo. I don't need to be there.
All right, we'll see.
I can't do 2 days in a row.
We'll see how hungover I am and if I can even think. That's not 2 days in a row. That would be a day in between.
All right.
That's actually wrong,
Yeah.
but it's fine. We'll let me just slide with that because it's Christmas.
That's why. That's what I was doing.
Oh, it turned off.
There you go.
Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.